Here I am. And here's the game. Yeah. Bam. There it is. Detective Grimoire. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to whatever I'm calling my Tuesday streams these days. And yeah, today last week we finished Detective Grimoire, the one you can get on Steam. But it turns out, thanks to a tip-off from Makofort, that that's actually not the first one in the series. This one is. This is a Flash game from way back in the day when Flash games still existed. And you could still play them on the internet. And I am going to be playing it tonight. Also, I realized I forgot to credit Makofort in my tweet about it. I'm going to do that real quick right now. There. Credit given. Anyway, let's begin, shall we? Come here. There we go. Coils & Co. Fairground, late last night. Ominous. Oh gosh. Flush! Ah! Thank you for that. PDPD file 054. Victim Hugh Everton. Crime. Murder. Okay, this music rules. At 10:28 last night, a body was found at the local fairground that operates just outside of town. The cleaner, one Jerry Spears, discovered the dead body of his former colleague inside the Hall of Mirrors. Oh, that's great. All the evidence points towards murder. The clown, Charles Ringer, who works at the very same fairground, is the main suspect. He seems to have some less than favorable links with the victim. If this grim case remains unsolved, the fairground manager, Mr. Gary Coyles, has stated he will have to permanently shut down operations. Private Detective Grimoire has been called in to clear things up. We've got one evening to find the truth about what happened last night. If Grimoire can't solve this mystery, no one can. I wasn't expecting actual voice acting in this game. Although there's not much, I guess. Officer James, this is the dude we were talking to, the guy in the boat at the beginning of the other game. I don't remember what he sounded like. I'm not going to repeat myself again, Grimoire. You're listening this time, right? Something pretty nasty happened here last night. I guess I should be giving all these people British accents because this game was made by British people, but I am not going to do that because I am not confident about my ability to do that without insulting anybody. I'd say everyone in that fairground is a suspect, and you've only got this one evening to do your thing. My thing? If only we had the dulcet tones of Edwin Tiong for Grimoire again. Don't tell me you're getting nervous now. The other guys tell me you're the best at this. Oops. Okay. You're not going to let me down, are you? It's your job to talk to the suspects and explore the fairground for clues. You'll obviously need to take a look at the crime scene. But don't overlook any details, understand? Right. I think I understand. I have a bad feeling about this place. I can't shake it. Everyone is a suspect. It's your job to find out who has a credible alibi and who is lying to you. You should be able to work out who the murderer is by proving everyone else innocent. If you're confused about what to do, don't hesitate to ask me. Alternatively, the tutorial information is available from your notes page, where you can also save your game. What's with the mustache? That's neither here nor there. Tell me about it. That thing is here, there, everywhere. Oh, this is some good Flash game goodness. Really brings me back. I'm not going to repeat myself again, Grimoire. Because if we did, you are repeating yourself again. Help? Oh, okay. Objectives. What do I have to do? Everyone you meet will initially have a red suspect stamp on their profile. Once you discover everything you can about each person and clear up their alibis, those red stamps will be replaced by green stamps. You'll need to get a green innocent stamp for all the suspects, apart from one, obviously. Once you've proved everyone else innocent, go back and talk to Officer James. You'll need to know who the murderer is and what the murder weapon was. Then we'll go over the details. Remember, just because you've proven someone innocent doesn't mean you should stop talking to them. You might get some helpful responses to certain clues. Uh-huh. Talk to everybody, everywhere. All the time. That's pretty much my default instinct anyway. How do I go between areas? You can move between areas you've already visited with the blue arrows in the bottom corners of the screen. The back arrow at the bottom will take you outdoors if you're inside a building. Once you have a map, you can use it to travel between locations quickly. You can also move around by examining doors and pathways. Makes sense, right? 88 years into the past. May as well be 88 years. How can I talk to people? If you see someone in an area, examine them to start talking. They'll appear on the screen. You'll have entered talk mode. Click through the dialogue and choose different topics on the left side of the screen. You can also present clues to suspects from the clues menu. Simply click a clue when you're in the same area as a suspect to ask them about it. If you can't get enough information out of someone, try presenting clues that you think are relevant. Okay, yep, standard stuff. What are clues? What am clues? You'll find clues scattered around the areas of the fairground, no doubt. Examine something if you think it might be a clue. There'll be important evidence for making your conclusions about what happened. You can also show them to people you see. Use the talk menu to do this. All clues are also automatically put down with notes in each area. What's on the notes page? The notes page acts as a menu screen. At the left page, you can access notes about each area that will automatically be added as you explore the fairground. You can access all the tutorial information from the notes page. Don't forget to go over it if you get stuck. You can also save your game from the notes page. If you're getting tired, you can save and close down the flash window. You're free to come back later and load in your game data. All the information will be saved, so there are no worries. Yay! FAQs! Okay. Okay. I was like, is this spoilery? No, I don't think it is. I know who the murderer is. Why haven't I won yet? You need to gather enough information to confirm the alibis of the other suspects. Once you've replaced all the red suspect stamps with green innocent stamps on the profile page, then you can talk to Officer James about the details of the murder. I've talked to a person about all the topics that appear, and why are they still a suspect? Sometimes you'll need to present a relevant clue before you can get the truth out of a person, clear up their alibi, and conclude that they are innocent. Think hard about what the different clues would mean to them. Why can I not travel to certain areas? Some areas are not available until you have progressed in the game. Incidentally, you cannot jump to a new area if it means skipping over another new area. You have to take it one step at a time, basically. Once you've been to the areas, you can go wherever you want in one step. Cool. Alright. Oh, there's more. Okay. Okay, no. That's the help. Okay, that's where we just were. Save game. Sure, let's save the game now. Your game has been saved. Okay. Let's look around. Good evening, Bee-Dragon. There aren't any clues in the car park. I have to try a little harder than that. I mean, how do you know? There might be. Oh, okay, so there's like hot spots that... Okay. Profiles. Do I have any profiles? Of course not. You will collect profile information about each of the suspects you meet and also the victim. Okay. Hugh Everton, deceased. Fine. Okay. Stop dicking around. There's someone there. Wait. What? That's a little girl! Hi! What on earth? Where are your parents? This is the scene of a crime. I know! That's why I'm gonna help you out, detective. Why do you say it like that? I'm a real detective. In that case, where's your hat? I had a nickel. Detectives don't have to wear hats anymore. Plus, it messes up my hair. I believe you. Anyway, hat or not, you're still gonna need this. Map of the fairground? Hey, thanks. See you later. I have no idea who that was, but I'm pretty sure she's not the murderer. I sure hope not, anyway. Plot twist, she's a vampire. Okay, map screen. Okay, these are all areas I haven't been. Entrance, blah, blah, blah. Cool, okay. A glampire. This place is pretty run down, but I can't see any clues yet. Getting Strangeland flashbacks here. Does the little girl have a profile? No. There's someone here, too. I better get this investigation underway. Hey, you over there. What on earth are you? I'm Detective Grimoire. I'm here to solve the mystery of last night's murder. Right, I see it now. The trench coat and everything. Aren't you supposed to wear a hat, too? That's beside the point. I guess this explains why he was still attached to his hat in the second game. Hugh Everton was murdered last night, and you, Charles Ringer, you're a suspect. The main suspect, in fact. Oh, because I'm a clown? Who made that wonderful leap of logic? Look, I know Hugh and I never got on, but I can tell you one thing. I'm not capable of murder or anything close. Look at me. Is this the face of a killer? I'm gonna have to get a little more information out of him, I think. Okay, let's talk to him first, and then we'll look around. Okay, so that's what we already said, the introduction. If you're not the killer, what were you doing last night? I was here, of course. You know, being a clown and all that. I left quite late last night, actually. I had a few holdups in the evening, but I didn't see anything suspicious. What was the last thing you saw before you left? Let's see. On my way out, I walked past the Hall of Mirrors and noticed that the door was slightly open. I closed it and carried on through the fairground. The only strange thing about that whole episode was how quiet the Hall of Mirrors door was. It normally lets out a loud creak when you move it. I think that's part of the attraction, you know? Hall of Mirrors. That's the crime scene. I wonder why the door didn't creak that evening, and why would it be open? Possibly someone had planned a murder and had, like, oiled the door beforehand or something. So you work as the clown at this fairground. How long have you been here? A long time. Too long, in fact. I don't really like the way things are going around here. I have no idea why I haven't left for good. I was appalled when the boss hired Hugh Everton to look after the funhouse. Not only was he useless at his job, he was nearly completely deaf with old age. It's just not practical. Still, no one deserves, well, you know. Hugh was deaf with old age and not very good at his job? This could be important information. Do you get on with the rest of the staff? That'd be a bit of an exaggeration, I'm afraid. I don't mind Mandy and Uncle, but that Ricky, I'm a top-notch entertainer warrior character is just too much. He doesn't even like kids. What a joke. He doesn't take any pride in his work. Looks like Charles finds it hard to get on with Ricky Warren. He's the entertainer, I think. Also, who is Charles to talk about pride with that big hole in his costume? Maybe I should ask him about that. Is a hole in his costume? I don't see one. If you don't mind me asking, why is there a big hole in your trousers? Surely you want to be a little neater than that, even if you are a clown. Oh, there it is. To be honest, I'd rather we didn't talk about the unfortunate condition of my frilly clown slacks. That's the first time anyone has ever said that, I bet. Still, there must be more to the story of his ripped clothing. Maybe I can find a clue that will get him to elaborate. Possibly one of the hold-ups he mentioned. Okay, so Hugh Everton, deceased. His job was to look after the funhouse. He wasn't very good at it. Didn't get on with Charles. Nearly completely deaf. Okay. There's a small opening here. I might be able to get in this way, but I'm not sure. I'll come back later. The funhouse is falling apart. I think it was the victim's job to look after it. The door is jammed. I can't get in this way. What a pain. That's all there is here for now. Alright, hoop game stall then. Ah, that's Mandy. Excuse me, miss. Do you work here? I'm pretty sure I do. My name's Mandy. Mandy Ferrier. I'm in charge of running this game stall. You seem a bit young to be working in a place like this, don't you think? Laughter. You seem a bit young to be a private detective. Oh, are detectives only allowed to wear a hat when they reach a certain age? I'm older than I look, I'll have you know. Anyway, could you tell me a little about yourself? I'm conducting an investigation to find out about last night's murder. Of course you are. Why else would you show up? Unless you're after some candy floss. Did you know it's actually bad for you? Powers of deduction do stretch that far, thanks. I'm not sure what to tell you. I've worked here for a little while. I got a job through my uncle. This job is helping me pay for college, but it's a lot of fun, too. I get to hand out toys to kids. Who doesn't want that? I wonder if her uncle is here at the fairground. Could you tell me what you were doing last night? How could I forget, really? I was here late, like I normally am, just kicking about. Eventually, I hear shouts coming from the Hall of Mirrors. And then Jerry, oh, that's the cleaner, he comes running over to me and starts telling me what happened. I helped him call the police. After they showed up, we were allowed to go home. So, you were one of the last people here last night. It seems that way. But I was here at my stall the whole time. I had things to do, you know? I wonder why Mandy stays late every night. I think I should have a look around before I press her about it. Do you get on with the other staff here at the fairground? Oh yeah, the guys often argue amongst themselves, but I stay out of it. Charles, the clown, is a pretty hard guy to get on with, but he's got a good heart. I can't say I had a particular dislike for anyone, except, well, Jerry does get on my nerves, but he's sweet, I guess. I got on well with Hugh, although no one could deny he was pretty useless at his job. The funhouse was always in a terrible state. Sometimes I'd try to help Hugh with repairs or ideas for improvements, but he'd never get anything done. I always figured the boss would replace him, but now look what's happened. It sounds like Mandy has an interest in the funhouse. These toys look really cheap. Maybe I should ask Mandy about them. Get 5 points in 3 turns to win. I wonder why there's so many books. I'll try asking Mandy about them, I suppose. I don't want to sound rude, but these toys look pretty cheap. I've never seen those characters anywhere before. What? You've never heard of Turquoise Bunny and his friend Ruby Rabbit? What about everyone's favorite, the King of Scare Felix? Or Jimmy the Striped Horse? He's quite a new one, actually. toys. Mandy's game stall gives away these toys as prizes. They look very cheaply made. Books. Mandy's large collection of books. What are they for? Oh, they're just for when I get bored, you know? It can get pretty quiet around here. There are an awful lot of them. Are you sure they're just for light reading? Yeah, I mean, why else would I need them? I'm not sure about this, but I can't help thinking those books have something to do with what Mandy was doing last night. I mean, she's a college student. She could be studying. Oh! Okay. When a character is hiding something, you must perform an eye contact interrogation to get the truth out of them. You control Grimoire's eye movements with your mouse. Hold your cursor to the left of his face to look away from the suspect. As soon as they begin lying, you should be able to tell there will be a white flash. Move your cursor to the right to look them in the eye. If you get it right, they will break down and tell you the truth. Now move your mouse over the back button and click to start eye contact interrogation. Wow. Okay. Hold your cursor to the left of his face, look away from the suspect, but then move your... Okay, alright. Okay. Can you tell me what those books are all over your desk? Oops. Can a girl have a hobby? I don't see why you're getting so worked up. I haven't even looked at half of them, so leave me alone. Okay. Okay. I saw the flash, but that all happened really quick. Okay. I think I missed something. I need to look her in the eyes when she starts lying to catch her off guard. What are you up to? Okay, you win. I'll tell you what I'm up to, since you seem so eager to know. I'm studying for my exams. These are all my revision books. See? College student. Studying. I need to bring them to the fairground because it's the only chance I get to go over them. Is that why you stayed late last night? That's right. I stay late most nights and use the time alone to get some work done. My exams are in 2 weeks and I'm totally unprepared. That makes sense. Why did you keep it from me, though? I'm not sure. I suppose I was worried you'd think I was weird bringing my revision books to work like this. Don't worry. I don't think you're weird. No, I'm the one who's been caught lying. Either way, I'm pretty sure this clears up Mandy's alibi. I think I can believe her about this. Okay. But she's still a suspect. Okay. Let's see. Is that gonna help me out? It doesn't look promising. Yeah, I didn't think he would have anything to say about that. Oh, okay. There is more. Nope, not there. There we go. Her again. It's you again. You need to find your parents and go home, I'm afraid. I can't go just yet. You still need my help. I'm quite capable of carrying out this investigation without you, thanks. Although that map is really useful. Really? Have you managed to get to the funhouse yet? There's a small opening to the left of the main door. You can go through there. It'll lead into a small office where he used to work. Thanks, I guess. How do... She's gone. What a weird kid. I guess I'll try getting to that opening after I've checked out the scene of the crime. Okay, what's all this? There's a considerable space behind that table. Looks like there's no one there at the moment. You can clearly see the hall of mirrors through that grubby little window. What's this green marker pen doing here? I can't help feeling it's out of place. It's just a marker. What would give you that impression? Green marker pen. It was nearly used up. Yeah. Oh, that's Ricky. Okay. Hey there, kiddo. What's your name? It's, well, it's Grimoire. Detective Grimoire. And I'm no kid, thank you very much. Sounds like somebody needs some candy floss. Did you lose your hat? Aww. I did not need any candy floss, and I did not lose my hat. I want some candy floss. Now, if you don't mind, I need to ask you about last night's murder. Hey, man, no need to shout. That I did not expect. Can that guy really be a kid's entertainer? Yeah, so I'm the entertainer here. I entertain kids and stuff. That's great. Ricky War, is it? That's it. What do you want, then? Well, I'm not very entertained, that's for sure. Are you not entertained? What was that? A clown's red nose? I wonder what it's doing on the ground. I can clearly see the Hall of Mirrors light shining through the single window. Right then, I need to know everything you saw last night, in as much detail as you can manage, please. Yeah, I was here all evening. Nothing happened. Sorry, one sec. You have to remember something. Think. I hope he does, or I'll be a little stuck. Well, I guess that was the one thing. Excellent. Please, go on. I went home pretty late. On my way past here, I saw Hugh. Outside the Hall of Mirrors? Hugh? Yeah, he was heading inside, actually. Mumbling something about leaving the light on. The light? Was it on last night? Yeah, I don't know why, though. Maybe that's why he was going in, to switch it off. Did you notice anything else? I didn't see anything. Not even... well... See that oil by the door to the Hall of Mirrors? That wasn't there when Hugh went in last night. I see. Well, that's very helpful. Thanks, Ricky. Wait, there's one more thing. As I was walking away, I heard a loud squeaking noise. I guess it was probably the Hall of Mirrors door. Wow. You turned out to be useful after all. What? I mean, thanks again. So, Hugh went into the Hall of Mirrors to turn off the light. The oil wasn't on the ground when he went in, and the door let out a screech when he opened it. What does it all mean? So yeah, somebody oiled the door. Crazy, weird, insane! Some oil has been spilled right by the door to the Hall of Mirrors. Can you tell me anything else about the fairground? I can't think of anything. We're all one big happy family. Yep, that's right. Is that so? Yeah, well, a few people thought Hugh was a waste of space, but he kind of was. Like, the funhouse is a tip. It's not really safe. I remember Farrier always said she could do a better job of running it. She did. Well, she didn't exactly say that, but... So, you're sure you get on with everyone here at the fairground? Yeah, I just kind of keep to myself, usually. I'm not thoroughly convinced. Red nose. A clown's red nose, complete with string. Oil spilled on the ground. Nope, nothing. You might want to show that to Ringer. Clown? That oil, it definitely wasn't there last night. Not when I saw Hugh, anyway. Okay, well, there's the crime scene. Let's save the crime scene for last if I can. Big wheel. Yep, this sure is a big wheel. Why, hello there, young man. Can I help you with something? As a matter of fact, you can. I assume you know all about the murder last night. Hello, Gretch Star! Welcome. afraid to say I do. Such a terrible boss, one can barely comprehend it. Well, one is going to have to try. You're the mechanic, right? Peter Nubhat at your service. I believe you've met my niece, Mandy? Your niece? Oh, yes I have. Glad to hear it. I hope she was polite to you. So this is Mandy's uncle, the mechanic. I wonder what I can learn from him. Is there anything around here that looks like a clue, first of all? I don't see anything. So, if you don't mind me asking, where were you last night? Well, let's think about that. For most of the evening, I was fixing the back of the funhouse, as always. But I remember leaving relatively early. Thinking upon it now, I'm quite glad that I did. Did you see or hear anything suspicious last night? Anything at all? I think he's the only one who said he's left early. Everyone else stayed late. Well, I did catch a glimpse of young Ricky and Charles arguing right over there by the Hall of Mirrors. The entertainer and the clown? Ricky and Charles were arguing outside of the Hall of Mirrors last night. What about? I'm not normally one for eavesdropping, of course, but I think it was something to do with being popular with the children. And something about a red nose. I can't remember much else. Maybe you should ask them. I should definitely go back and ask Ricky and Charles about that. It might be important. Have you worked here long? Oh yes, a very long time. I've seen many staff members come and go, but Gary normally knows how to run things. Gary? Who's that? Gary Coyles, our boss. You'll probably find him in his office. Yes, he's usually capable of making the right decisions. But not always. Is anyone? Does he want me to answer? Oh, good. He looked away. I'm no good at rhetorical questions. So you like the way things are run around here? Most of the time, yes, I think I could say that. I'm not the only one to think that the funhouse has seen better days. Hugh never really enjoyed his job, I don't think. Hugh let the funhouse fall into a state of disarray? Yes, I'm afraid so. My niece Mandy often complains of it to me. I tell her not to cause trouble, but I know she could do a better job any day. So Pete knows of his niece's desire to run the funhouse. How well do you get on with the rest of the staff? As well as could be expected, apart from, I've been known to argue with Charles on a couple of occasions. But most of the people here are guilty of that. He's so difficult sometimes. Sounds like Pete doesn't have much love for Charles the clown. Honestly, right now, Pete's my #1 suspect. I feel like he would absolutely kill a guy to open a door for his niece. No, I'm afraid I don't recognize it. Yes, Mandy needs her books. You should ask her about them if you want to know about it. I've not seen that before. You may as well throw it away. The ink is nearly run out. You're telling me this red nose was found outside the scene of the crime? Gosh! That is really bad news for Charles. I assume he has his reasons. Maybe you should show it to him. That oil must have dripped off the roof. I'm pretty sure it's been there for quite a while. I don't believe you. Food court. Whoa. That's a disturbing bin. Oh boy, looking through the garbage. My favorite thing to do. Oh, nice. Okay. I found a pair of blue wire cutters in the bin. I'll just show up and right in front of this guy just immediately start digging through the trash. without even so much as a buy your leave. They appear to have some sort of chili dish on special. Oh, Mexican chili. Okay. The toilet. The toilet.
Ah.
Are you Jerry Spears? The police tell me you were the one to discover the murder last night. You got it. That was pretty scary stuff, I tell you. Spears. Wasn't Sally in the second game? Wasn't her last name Spears? I can imagine. You're the cleaner here at the fairground, am I correct? I prefer the term refuge engineer, actually. Shouldn't it be refuse? Oh, sure. I'm sorry. You look quite young to be working here. Too young to be working at a fun fair? Most of the guys here are too old, that's what I say. Yeah, I am the youngest person here, but being young has its perks, you know? Here or not, I have a feeling this guy is going to have some important information on him. Obviously, I'll need you to recount the events of last night. You're an important witness. Don't worry, man. I've been going over this in my head since last night. I haven't forgotten a single detail. I bet. I stayed pretty late. I was cleaning up around here all evening. Eventually, I went around the whole fairground to give it a final clean. That's when I went to the Hall of Mirrors and found Hugh. You weren't the last person here, though, right? That's right. Mandy was still here, working away, so I ran to find her. We called the police, and as soon as they'd arrived, after we gave our statements, we were allowed to leave. And that's it? Yeah. Why, did I forget something? So you normally stay around the food court? Naturally. This is the area that needs the most cleaning. Did you notice anything else yesterday? Seems like you'd have a pretty good view from here. A good view? You bet. I did notice a couple of things. I got here real early, you see, before the boss. I saw Pete coming from the direction of the office in the morning. He put something in that bin there. And then went into the toilet cubicle. Is that right? I bet he probably scribbled some stupid message on the wall in there. People are always using it as a message board. Honestly, it's just extra work for me, you know? Sounds like I need to check out that bin and the toilet cubicle. Well, I already did one of those things. The fun fair is so run down. How has it not been shut down by health inspectors? I get that a lot. Why have they even employed a cleaner, you're thinking? Apparently the abandoned look is very popular with the kids these days. We create everything to look old and rusted and dirty, but in fact it's all incredibly clean. That table behind me is only a couple of days old. Hold on. How do you tell when things really do get dirty? Well, you see... I guess I have no idea. It makes my job easier, don't you think? More time to take in the sights. The sights? Okay. So this is like supposed to be like the Silent Hill 3 amusement park. What do you mean by the sights? Oh, well, trees and birds and whatnot. Stuff like that, right? I haven't noticed a single tree or bird since I've been here. I think Jerry is hiding something. I love this part. What is it that you love to stare at all day? Or should I just take a guess? I just sort of go into my own little world. I'm only a kid. That's what we do. I think it's something a little more specific than that. Like what? There's nothing. Just give it up, okay? I'm missing something. Hiya! Like Mandy Ferrier. What? Why her? What's so special about... Okay, I can't. I give in. I can't help myself. She's so perfect. Can you blame me? You stay in the food court so you can stare at Mandy all day? Don't you think that's a little creepy? I'll bet I'm the least creepy person you've spoken to here at the fairground. Don't judge me so harshly. Don't worry, kid. I won't say anything. Still, maybe you should get a hobby or something. Don't worry, kid. She's so old. Anyway, Jerry, creepy as he is, wasn't lying about that. I guess he's only young. I wonder what Mandy thinks of him. Well, she did say he gets on her nerves, but he's sweet. clues. Sorry, I can't help you with that. Amanda always brings those books into work. As soon as things quieten down around here, she gets them out and begins to read through them furiously. That oil was there when I discovered Hugh last night, but I hadn't noticed it before then. I probably would have cleaned it up if I had. Did you find that in the bin? If I'm not mistaken, that's the exact thing that Pete put in there yesterday morning. He came from the office. Maybe he borrowed them off the boss? I don't trust Pete. Pete's dangerous. There's a drawing depicting Hugh getting hit by lightning. It's been drawn in green pen. Yeah, it just says Hugh pointing at him. There's an argument written on the wall about clowns. It seems to have been written by two different people. Clowns rule. Give it up. Ha. Something about that. Okay. Big wheel, fairground office. Sure. How did you get in here? It's heinous. This is a staff-only area. I just sort of knocked, and you opened the door for me. Do you not remember? Yes, I remember now. You're the local inspector come to sort out this mess, right? I prefer detective, actually, and yes, that's right. My mistake. I was led to believe detectives wore hats. That's all. I think Jerry and Pete are the only people who have not mentioned my hat, or my lack thereof. I don't like this guy already. I'm Gary Coyle. I run this fairground. Probably not for much longer with the way things are going. A murder in my very own grounds. I can imagine it must be difficult times. But that's where I come in, you see. A bit, but I mean, I don't know, I like that they carried on with it into the next game. Just becomes obsessed with his hat. I'm wondering how helpful this guy is really going to be. Still, it's my job to try. The calendar on the wall says get home early on last night's entry. Maybe I should ask Mr. Coyle about this. There was no green pen in the set of pens. The pot looks like it has been knocked over. The wire providing power to the water cooler has been cut. Weird. There's a wardrobe here which holds the costumes for use in the fairground. Your office is kind of a mess, dude. My dude. Oh, I can't look through your trash can? Come on, please. Would you mind explaining to me what you were doing yesterday evening? Yesterday? Why? Oh, yes, the murder. I had quite forgotten. I remember myself being annoyed yesterday. Quite dehydrated, yes. I remember coming in shortly before lunch and putting the various costumes into the wardrobe like usual. So Coyle brings in the costumes himself, and he arrived shortly before lunch. Anyway, it was quite hot out, you see. My office gets awfully stuffy in the sun, and I couldn't find any way to cool down. That's, well, all important, I suppose. When did you leave in the evening? I always stay later than everyone else and go over the fairground for a final check before I leave. Well, I normally do. I think I did last night. I don't see why I wouldn't. There was nothing special going on. Sounds like Coyle was unsure about when he left last night. Maybe there's a clue in here somewhere that can help me get the truth out of him. Like the calendar. Have you been the manager of the fairground long? As long as I can remember, to be honest. Well, your memory clearly is not very good. So, about 5 minutes, then. I take great pride in ensuring a safe environment for all my staff and all my public. Some of the staff have been urging me to get rid of Hugh for a while. Did you know he was nearly completely deaf? I didn't, actually. Who was trying to get rid of Hugh, then? Well, neither Charles nor Pete particularly loved him. He caused more problems than he solved, that's for sure. Doesn't sound like Hugh was very popular around here. But who was it that finally decided to get rid of him? So, I'm sensing there's going to be something significant about the fact that the door was oiled, and the fact that Hugh was nearly completely deaf, because whoever oiled the door clearly didn't do it, or probably didn't do it to avoid detection from Hugh, but rather to avoid detection from someone else. I noticed your office was in a bit of a mess. Doesn't particularly surprise me, but there's no harm in asking, right? Yes, well, I can assure you I keep this office perfectly tidy under normal circumstances. I haven't really had the time to clear up recently. So the mess is your fault. Who else would it be? There is one odd thing. My favorite green pen has gone missing from the pot on the desk. It probably got lost in a mess somewhere, but I noticed it disappeared from my room quite suddenly yesterday. Excuse me. After I came back from lunch, I think. So, was someone in here during the time Coils went to lunch? You told me you couldn't find a way to cool down yesterday. What about the water cooler over there? You're quite right, of course. The water cooler you referred to was in fact broken when I came into work yesterday. Not knowing much about these things myself, I called in Pete, a mechanic, to fix it. I think that was around lunchtime. I left him to get on with it as I went to lunch. You left him in here alone. Did he fix it? Come to think of it, he didn't. I really should press him on that. I didn't see him again that day, actually. Pete was in here alone while Coils went to lunch. Pete is super suspicious. Pete is just full of lies. I really haven't got a moment spare to help you with that, sorry. Oops. Hey, that's my pen. It went missing last night. It should be with the others on the desk. Hold on. It's nearly run out. Someone has been using it. To draw graffiti. That's one of Ringer's noses. I keep loads of them spare in the cupboard. He's always losing them. I have no idea why. You're telling me it's not broken, it's been sabotaged? This is an outrage. Water coolers just aren't safe anymore. I'm glad I'm not a water cooler. Me too, buddy. Yeah, that's the pot with the missing pen. I need all primary and secondary colors, damn it. It's like I said, I normally stay late and give the fairground a final check before I go home. But this calendar is clearly reminding you to go home early, last night. Did you or did you not leave early last night? Well, you know, a bit of both. Coils is definitely hiding something from me. Time to get the truth. You told me you normally give the fairground a final check before you go home. I think something was luring you away from the fairground early last night. You might tell me what? No, I've never been very good at timekeeping, as far as I know. This is too fast for me to read out loud. Okay. Get in the way. Luring you with early. What do you want to tell me what? I didn't leave particularly early. Lies! I mean, nothing except maybe, well, Spill it. Okay, I'll admit, I rushed home early last night to watch the Star Explorer all-night marathon on Channel 18. I'm sorry. You... what? It was wrong, I know. I just couldn't let a viewing opportunity like that pass me by. My fellow explorers would laugh at me. Hey, Zaki Alexander. Yeah, more or less. I think... this was primarily on Armor games, but I believe it was also on Newgrounds. But yeah, this is the original Detective Grimoire game, which is a Flash game from back in the day when Flash games were still a thing. I suppose you've learned your lesson. This guy's a little weird, but he's not lying about this. Not for a second. Oh, he's just a nerd. I can't stay mad at him. Let's see. Okay, so still suspect. Okay, so Jerry is innocent, and so is Gary Coyles. Right. He went home early. Yeah, he went home early to watch the Star Explorer marathon. And apparently Jerry is innocent. Well, okay. He was cleaning the food court all evening. I have not played the Blade Runner point and click. I really should, because it sounds awesome. I really like the idea that, like, whoever is the replicant is different every playthrough. It sounds really cool. I really should get my hands on it in some way or another. Yeah, unfortunately, the only place I know of that's selling it is GOG, and I don't buy from GOG anymore. Hello, Snow Crane. Sorry, I have to listen to the some more. Nope. Okay. So let's see. Okay, so Fairground Office. We still have not yet been to the crime scene yet, so we should probably go do that. Can game stop? Oh, right, that. Yeah. B-Dragon was saying the same thing. Yeah, inside the Hall of Mirrors. Here we go. Crime scene! The mirror has been broken down one side. The door into the hall is not visible in the now shattered reflection. There are some shards of glass on the floor. There don't seem to be very many. There's a large bloodstain on the floor. Understandable, really. There are some black marks on the ground. Looks like someone tried to wipe something away. Okay. Lots of clues. No blood on the shards either. Okay. Alright, well, since you're here, let's update your stuff. Pete told me he saw you and Charles arguing outside the Hall of Mirrors last night. Can you explain yourself? I don't see what... I don't really argue much. He's holding back. Should I push him? Absolutely. You, a suspect, were seen arguing outside the scene of the crime with Charles, another suspect on the evening of the murder. You're gonna tell me what this is about. That's not an answer. I get on fine with Charles, no problem. No, you don't.
Ah.
You're lying. I'm certain you don't get on with Charles at all. Hey, man, no need to shout. Like I said, tell me the truth then. Right, well, I don't get on with Charles. We do argue. It's always the same. The kids make fun of him and so on. He gets annoyed, tries to take it out on me. Nothing ever comes of it. Nothing. I suppose that clears that up. I'm beginning to think that this argument was a red herring. Someone is trying to distract me. Pete! Those marks, they're not normally there. Nope. I was wondering, see, the mirror was smashed down one side, and it's a big crack. Where's the rest of it? I kind of like Ricky. He seems to have, like, the most, like, he seems to be the smartest person in this fairground. Like, he's actually asking intelligent questions, and I think he's just kind of like, just kind of like a prickly, just kind of like, oh, leave me alone. I just want to do my own thing kind of guy. I can relate. I've seen that on a belt, I think. What? Why? I didn't. I don't know what that is. Sorry. Alright, I'll admit, Ringer and I have our little quarrels. See, I drew a picture of some kid pulling off his nose, right? That's gold. So this graffiti has come from Ricky and Charles. Nope, nothing. Ricky is innocent. I spoke to your uncle, Peter Nubhat. You could have told me that the mechanic was your uncle. Did I not mention that? I don't really think anything of it, I guess. Uncle Pete's a good guy. He works hard. Sometimes a little too hard, I think. That pen was lying there when I got here this morning. It's not normally there. Is it important? I haven't got a clue. That's kind of funny what I said, don't you think? Am I allowed to say no? I hear a lot of that. Those belong to Uncle Peter. I know because I bought him the complete set for his birthday last year. Why were Pete's wire cutters in the bin? What was he using them for? Charles and Ricky are always arguing. They're both pretty nice guys, really. Nothing ever comes of it. I guess they really do argue all the time. I suppose it's not important after all. Oops. Oh, I can't be certain, but I don't think it's possible to win that ring toss game. I'm not going to try my luck anyhow. Clown! Oh yeah, we haven't been in here yet either. Pete Nubhat told me that he saw you and Ricky arguing outside the Hall of Mirrors last night. This sounds like a serious matter. Would you mind telling me what it's all about? Ricky and I are always arguing. It's no big deal, really. He's just the argumentative type. You're better off grilling him about this. Maybe I should ask Ricky about this. Already did. I don't know what that is, I'm afraid. I'm not so sure about that. This red nose was found outside the crime scene. There's only one guy around here with a red nose, and it's not Rudolph, if you catch my drift. Okay, so it's a red nose, but I've no idea how it got there, honestly. I'm certain Charles is holding something back, but why? That is true, yeah. That's actually where I got this one, because, so I was looking all over to find a place where I could just download this game, and like all the places where it's hosted don't have a download link anywhere. There's only like 2 places where it was hosted, and it was I think one of the games was one of the places was called like Addictive Games or something. And then like if I was trying to go through like official channels whenever possible, because I don't want to download random files off the internet. That's a recipe for disaster. But so I was trying to get the official SWF file from Armor Games where it was originally hosted, and it was not available there. But what I ended up doing was I went to the Internet Archive, which had the entire archive of Armor Games, including this. So that's where I ended up getting it. And I'm playing it through a flash projector right now. I probably could have just done it from a website, but I think this is a neater solution for streaming, just because it lets me just capture this one window rather than like a part of another window. So thank you again, Naka, for suggesting that. That was that's very helpful, and it works perfectly. Like I've had no problems with it. So now that I know I can do this, yeah, maybe more Flash games in the future. That would be kind of cool. Anyway, this red nose was found outside the scene of the crime. Could you tell me why it was lying on the ground instead of on your face? You're getting on my nerves, shoving stuff in my face like that. Besides, I never lose my red noses. Why would I? You clearly do. Oh. Alright, I'll tell you why it was lying on the ground if you really must know. Indeed. Flashpoint. What is that? Is that another archive of Flash games, or is that something else? Success! It didn't fall off my face. In fact, it was pulled off yesterday by some of the kids that came to the fairground. You're making fun of me, and I was just trying to keep my cool. Are you happy now? Integrated archive and player and database. Oh, cool. That sounds like it could be promising. That's not the sort of thing you'd happily make up. I think I can believe Charles on this one. That probably, yep, that tags him as innocent. I can't believe such a thing could happen in our fairground. I mean, it's not exactly perfect, but a murder? Someone drew that on the bathroom wall. That's a pretty stupid move if you ask me. What a nasty shade of green, too. Oh, we still haven't figured out what happened to his pants, either. Full install of 874 gigs. Jeez. Yeah, I'll admit to that one. Ricky and I are always arguing about petty stuff like that. It's childish, I know, but hey, this is a fun fair, right? That's true, yeah. I mean, like these days you can get that. These days that's peanuts. Oh, actually, wait. Yeah, let's do this. There we go. Oh, yeah, moved aside. Here we go. It was a tight squeeze, but I got through. I hope there's something worthwhile in here. It's possible to see the Hall of Mirrors window through the window here. I can see that the light is on. Whoa. Whoa. This has to be the murder weapon. And what's this? A brightly colored rag tied around the glass shard? 2 clues at once. Well, that implicates, Charles, but I feel like someone's trying to frame him if that's the case. What is all this? Oh. Victim's to-do list. It's been added to with a green pen. Let me guess, does it say die? Pen, different handwriting, and next to the 3rd point, fix funhouse, the green note says, yeah, right. Someone just cannot keep their hands off of just writing and, like, tampering with everything. It's black mark smeared over it. Okay, alright, okay. Oops. That's the murder weapon? It looks pretty sharp. Could you even hold that without hurting yourself? That's... It's a piece of cloth ripped from your clown costume, that's what. Why do you have it? It was found wrapped around the murder weapon, I'm afraid. Looks like your luck has just run out. Wait, I can explain. I get my costume from the wardrobe in the boss's office. He brings in the costumes when he comes into work and places them in the wardrobe. I arrived at the fairground just after lunch. I went in to get my costume and found that it had a hole in it. Besides, look at this rag. It's really not like me to damage my own clothes. It's covered in some black stuff. I suppose it would be pretty stupid to wrap the murder weapon in your own clothes. Why don't you go and talk to the boss, Mr. Coyles? He's normally in his office, just over in the corner of the fairground. Yeah. Entrance. Outside funhouse. That green writing isn't Hugh's handwriting. It looks familiar, though. I wonder why Mandy has seen that other handwriting before. I wonder... Is that the murder weapon? Ouch! I hope this place doesn't become a haunting ground now that there's been a murder. Poor Huey. Did she just call the victim Huey? I must be imagining things. That green writing. That's not Hugh's writing. Why is it there, then? See, I like Ricky. He asks questions. Intelligent questions. Is that the murder weapon? It's come from the smashed mirror, right? That's not mine. No way. It belongs to Ringer. Yep. Pete is the only person with a suspect tag now. But we don't have all the information yet. He's still have to talk to Pete again. I'm saving Pete because I have so much to ask him. I've not seen that. Okay. Good old Hugh, trying to be organized. I don't think he ever completed any of his lists, you know. Well, that's a weapon, all right. It looks very difficult to hold. What if the person was wearing gloves? I suppose. Then I suppose they'd be able to hold it. That's nothing to do with me, young man. I don't even know what it is. He looked away from me when he said that. You were telling me this red nose was found... Oh, I already said that one. Right, yeah. Honestly, some people just don't know how to keep their shoes clean. I thought it was that idiot Charles Ringer. This whole affair, it really is a terrible shame. Look at all that glass. Someone should sweep it up before it does any damage. You know, there's not all that much glass, considering the size of the crack in the mirror. What? Sorry, I must have gone into a daze for a moment. Who does that? I don't think I've ever seen those before. They're a little dirty. Where on earth did you find them? In the bin, actually, by the food court. Well, I suppose that explains why they're dirty. It doesn't take a genius to see that Pete is avoiding the obvious here. Hold on, let me finish talking to him about all the clues first. Graffiti, put there by some untidy youth, no doubt. Honestly, Ricky and Charles are so immature sometimes. Mr. Quayle should really take greater care over his belongings. Why on earth would you show me that? No, I'm afraid I don't recognize it. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna talk to Coils first before I come back to you. Actually, I'll talk to you first about these things. I noticed that oil smear when I went in and discovered Hugh last night. Oil smear? Yep, it looks like someone hastily tried to clean up an oil spillage. It hasn't really worked. Hi, Frosty MB. Okay. Let's see if I can... Let me lower my desktop audio a little bit, maybe that'll help. But yeah, the speech clips are a little bit loud, just kind of in general in relation to everything else, so... I don't know if I can do much about that. But I tried. Hopefully that helps a little bit. And thank you. I'm glad you like watching me play these games. I guess that's what happened to the rest of the smashed mirror. That's part of Charles's costume, and it's covered in oil. That's really odd. Charles is one of the cleanest people I know. Maybe you should go show it to him. Did that already. Sorry. There's that suggestive moan again. Actually, wait, hold on. Do I, okay. Let's see, we talked to you about that already. Nope. Ugh, don't remind me about that. What am I supposed to do? Oops. Didn't mean to do that. He was always writing to-do lists and then never to-doing them. Huh. What's that side note? It looks like it was written with my favorite green pen. Ugh, God, stupid. Nope. You found the murder weapon. Yikes. Does it help us out, though? That rag looks like it comes from Charles's costumes. It's got a nasty black smear on it. That's not like Charles at all. Okay. I think that's about everything. Is it this one? Yeah, here we go. These wire cutters, I'm quite convinced they come from your tool belt. What do you think? Well, they could have fallen off any tool belt. They're not even the right color. Liar. They are exactly the same as all the tools on your belt. There's even one space empty. Oh yeah, he's right. Oh well, I suppose you're right. I didn't even notice that. They must have fallen off my belt when I was having lunch, and someone found them and put them in the bin. I'm not convinced at all. Still, seems like that's all he's going to say on the subject. Okay. I think we have everything. Take that! Objection! Hold it! Wait, I need a piece of paper. Go through all the Phoenix Wright or Ace Attorney poses I can think of. Clear view of the hall mirrors from this little window. I wonder what that's all about. How is that relevant? Me too. I have, or have played most of them. I'm actually still working my way through Spirit of Justice, and I don't have Great Ace Attorney yet. But we do have a Switch, and I could get it. I'm also thinking of, since they're doing like a Capcom sale on the eShop right now, and I just got a new 3DS for a birthday present, thanks to my lovely partner. I'm thinking of picking up the original trilogy, which I already have, but I only have the second game on iOS. So I would like to get that in a form that I can play on a system for which it was designed. Because the iOS version isn't bad, but I would like to have it all on, actual handheld DS or DS adjacent system. I have played both Ace Attorney Investigations games. My friend gave me the first one, and then I emulated the second one. Hey, Miss Cleveray. Been a while. And then the other one I have not played yet is Layton versus Wright, which is a side game and not like super vital, but I still want to play it because I love Professor Layton as well. So yeah, I think I owe it to myself to play that one. But yeah, other than that, I think I'm mostly caught up on all of the Ace Attorney games, amazingly. But yeah, they're great. I love them. Bonus Beveling Brook cameo. There he was. Okay, anyway, but you know what? Let's save my game. I haven't done that in a while. Okay. Also, what? Actually, yeah, I guess the wire cutter, the cut wire would have been done by Pete as an excuse to be left alone in Mr. Coyle's office, I guess. Yeah. Ooh, okay. So, yeah, basically everything points to Pete. But I guess let's see if, what am I doing? Car park. Hey, it looks like you've got your suspect. Are you ready to give your final conclusion? Let's do it! Who was the murderer? I believe it was Pete. What was the murder weapon? These soft toys? These books? This green marker? This to-do list? This bloody glass shard? I hope not. I really don't think so. The first thing Pete did was to cut the wire for Coil's water cooler. He left his wire cutters in the bin outside, his first mistake. Also, I mean, like, how come we haven't dusted for prints? Well, I guess he would have been wearing gloves, so it wouldn't have mattered anyway. Does Pete have many adventures? I don't know. But why did Pete cut the wire from the water cooler? So he would be called in to fix it. Coils then arrives, bringing with him the costumes for the day. He notices that the water cooler is broken and calls in Pete to fix it during lunch. Pete goes in the office, takes the green pen from the desk, and rips a section off Charles's costume. He eventually uses the pen to draw a picture. That was also a stupid mistake, because why would he? Because if he knew, I would assume that he probably knew that Gary Coils' favorite green pen was the favorite pen was the green one. If he's worked here long enough and he knows Coils well enough, he probably knew that the green pen was his favorite. So why would he take that one? And then drew a picture in the friggin' porta potty with it. What the heck, Pete? You were a shitty criminal. Pete drew a picture with a stolen green marker. Where? In the toilet. By this time, Charles had arrived. He goes into the office and takes his ripped clown costume from the cupboard. Later, Pete visits the Hall of Mirrors to smash the mirror. He takes the largest shard that falls and wraps it up in Charles's rag. Why did he wrap the glass shard in the torn rag? Probably to frame Charles Ringer, I'm guessing. Before leaving, he leaves on the main light. He then hides in the empty game stall where he accidentally leaves behind his green marker. Pete, you suck! You were a terrible criminal! You're so bad at this! Hugh sees the Hall of Mirrors light through the window in his office. As he goes in to turn the light off, the door lets out a loud squeak. So how did the oil end up outside the Hall of Mirrors? Because Pete oiled the door before going in. Pete follows, but as not to attract anyone wanted attention, he hastily oils the door to silence it before entering, causing a spillage by the door. Messy, Pete. Messy, messy. Hugh has been distracted by the broken mirror, but cannot see behind him, for the mirror is cracked down the side that would normally reflect the door. And where did the black smears on the hall floor come from? Yeah, I guess Pete wiped up more oil. Pete stabs Hugh in the back with a glass shard. On his way out, he notices he has spilt more oil on the floor. He hastily wipes it up with Charles's rag. Before making his exit, Pete hides the murder weapon along with the oily rag behind a frame in Hugh's very own office. Alright, Grimoire, what was Pete's motive for murder? I'm gonna say all the above. Oh. Wow. Oh, okay, that was it. Adorable little chibi cast members. Pete Rage! That was like the Phoenix Wright breakdown moment. Ah! I keep thinking of like this one. Special thanks, Capcom and LucasArts. Cool! Ooh, making of feature. Let's check that out. Oh, can I not? Oh, dang it. Alright, fine. That was cool. All right, that was really cute. I wasn't expecting that to take more than one stream. So yeah. Okay, yeah, and we're a little bit short. Not the full 2 hours, but that was about an hour and a half. And yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything else queued up at the moment, but hopefully, yes, a voyage to the past. That was fun. Um, yeah, it's probably one of the better Flash games I've played, to be honest. Very well done. I mean, simple, but most Flash games are. Um, so yeah, I think what I will do by next week is get myself Tangle Tower, which is the third game in the Detective Grimoire trilogy. And we've seen already how this game differs from the second game, which is actually called Secret of the Swamp, but that subtitle is not really very. Oops, whoa, didn't mean to do that. It's not really publicized very much. Um, but yeah, so we've seen the difference, and like there's like a massive evolution in art, and there's voice acting, and music and all that, and even the mystery itself I think was a little bit more complex and a little bit better thought out in the second game. And I hear that Tangle Tower is even better, so looking forward to that. I'm gonna have to buy it first because I don't currently have it. But yeah, I'll probably do that by next Tuesday, and we'll start that, and we'll complete the Grimoire trilogy. Cool. And for now, what am I doing tomorrow? Tomorrow's a Cook Serve Delicious 2 day. We're getting close to being done with that game, I think, and then I got to figure out what to play after that. I'll think of something, or I'll put up a poll, and then you can help me think of something. I got a lot of stuff that I could potentially play, because that slot is wide open. Or it will be. Who is playing what? What can I... Ooh, we got some Chrono Trigger happening over on Efada Cthulhu's channel. Let's go over there. Chrono Trigger is always a good time. Oops, unraid. Didn't mean to do that. There we go. A good time. Yes. Pun not intended, but I appreciate the pointing it out. So yeah, I will see you tomorrow for Cook Serve Delicious 2, and thank you so much for watching. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the past, the era of Flash games. And yeah, take care. Have a good one. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.